So approaching the tail end of the Monster Association arc, we are now in the most exciting time in the One Punch Man story, with a battle taking place between Saitama versus Garou. And if you've been following this channel for a while now, you will know that this is my first time covering the One Punch Man manga, and it's a series I plan to continue covering. And if you guys want to see more of that content provided, be sure to subscribe to the channel with notification bells on and leave a like on this video. The chapter starts off with a cover page of Saitama facing off Garou, and it's titled The Most Powerful and the Most Evil. Given everything that has happened since Garou's introduction and who he is now, we know that he wants to be the absolute evil. And Saitama, without question, is the most powerful character we have seen in this series so far, so I believe that this title with the cover page is so fitting. The chapter starts off with the heroes and civilians preparing to evacuate. Momo Rider suggests that they should leave by boat now that everything has subsided. Senkinkar talks about that things may have calmed down for now, but any given moment the monsters could pop up again, because that's what's been happening this entire arc. But Senkinkar suggests that they should definitely move out the wounded as soon as possible, because the wounded will be nothing but handicaps for the heroes if a monster pops up. Speaking of monsters, Lightning Max talks about that there were two giant ones causing havoc earlier. However, it looked like they both got split in half out of nowhere. What happened? While Lightning Max is discussing how impressed he was by that feat, Tario tells him that it's gotta be Uncle. Uncle took them down. He is an awesome hero who protected me. While everyone is shocked and confused, wondering like, who is this uncle you speak of? Momo Rider asks, was it a middle-aged fellow wearing a tank top, which he is referring to Tank Top Master. Suddenly, the earth starts to rumble, interrupting this entire conversation, but the heroes, they don't know what it is, but they are terrified. They're not even sure if it's actually a fight going on, and even if it is, they can't determine if it's a hero or a foe. And we find out what's causing this commotion is Garou and Saitama in this Dragon Ball-esque battle when they're fighting in the sky. And while you cannot tell me that this does not look epic here, we even see Garou dodging Saitama's punches. That is something we don't see. You do not see someone dodging Saitama's punches. Everything about this sequence was phenomenal. You see Garou smacking Saitama down, back on land, him rushing down, they're clashing. This had all the amazing ingredients of an epic showdown we are about to embark on between this fight of Saitama and Garou. With Garou landing doing a karate chop to Saitama's head, it was so massively powerful that the ground started to shake from this strike. Saitama wasn't phased or damaged by this strike. In fact, Garou was the one that took damage because Saitama's durability is so powerful that it broke Garou's arm. With Saitama's nonchalant reaction to it, what's with you picking a fight out of nowhere? With his usual unsure look, but Garou's arm started to regenerate, showing his new monster regeneration capabilities. What's crazy though is that chop is the same chop that he performed against that dragon level threat by splitting it in half, suggesting that he has now perfected his fist. And even though it's perfected, it doesn't mean anything when it comes to Saitama. Now, while Saitama is trying to conversate with Garou because he wasn't trying to fight to begin with, he then punches Garou, sends him flying, and says, "Listen to me when I'm talking to you," which I thought was so hilarious because it sends him flying, and Garou in his mind is like, yo, what's up with this baldy? While all the heroes is like, wow, watch out, get out of the way, something's coming. After that punch, Garou realizes that Saitama is just way too powerful. This punch sent Garou near the heroes and the civilians, and we see Tario, he's running to Garou saying, "Uncle." While Lightning Max was trying to stop him, Senkinkar talks about that's the same guy that helped us take down that centipede from earlier. But they had no idea that Garou was in the middle of going through a monster metamorphosis in this moment, having this inner monologue with himself and suggesting that Saitama is the biggest hurdle of them all and he has to take him out. This determination and conviction led Garou to go into another transformation state of his monsterification, which could be potentially his final form. And boy, does he look scary, and everyone's reaction to it is very telling because they like, whoa, that's a monster. Even Tario had to stop running. However, Garou has no idea what's going on. He's thinking that in response to his rage, is this the reason why his body is mutating? Now, while everyone is frightened by Garou's form, they all run away, trying to get the civilians in the boat and the wounded to evacuate. They even grab Tario. However, Tario ends up by escaping again to go to Garou. And Tario, he's not afraid while facing Garou because he has this connection with Garou. He believes that Garou is a hero in his eyes, having this inner monologue with himself saying this time he will not run away, with tears in his eyes saying that you were a hero all along, weren't you? Now, even though Garou has hero traits, especially in the eyes of Tario, he does not want to be viewed as one. He wants to be a monster. Garou even tells Tario, take a good look at me. Do I look like a hero to you? I am now a true monster. But Tario disagrees because he sees Garou from what's inside of him, not his outer appearance. Tario even tells Garou that this is the fourth time you came saving me. Every time I'm running away or need saving, you are there. You are the coolest and the greatest hero of them all, so please stop pretending to be a monster. And this had to cut so deep for Garou because Garou sees himself a lot in Tario. Taro because he grew up being bullied as well. However, Garo grew up idolizing the villains, while Taro grew up idolizing the heroes. In his eyes, Garo is the greatest hero of them all. This is why Garo is telling him, don't make that face now, not when I can show you that monsters can win. Because Garo wants to be a monster. He's trying to show that monsters are the coolest, they can win. That's the world that Garo is trying to create. But in doing so, Taro sees him as a hero. Saitama then interrupts this conversation and he realizes that this is Garo indeed, and he tells him that you're going to make the old man cry. With Master Bang, telling Garo that he needs to grow up and act like an adult. Followed by this funny comment when Saitama said that, did it bother you when I said you don't look like a monster, and suggests that his outfit looks like cosplay. But with Garo so strong in his conviction, he tells Taro that I'm about to flip your world upside down and show you how powerless heroes are. There won't be anyone left alive to kill or save you. I'm going to put an end to this world that both made us cry. Which we know by Garo's action, he's trying to take out heroes and monsters. Saitama then goes to Garo's face and said that you want to hit me? Then go ahead. And based on this panel, you can see the clear difference of Garo's appearance, because not only that his appearance overall completely changed, but also his height, because him and Saitama were relatively the same height, but now we see that there is a huge difference where Saitama looking up to him. And you can tell that Saitama is enjoying this moment because he starts to mock Garo, telling him like, yo, you chicken? Hit me. And Garo's like, don't make me laugh. But I love the look on Saitama's face. He is itching for a fight. He is testing Garo to like, yo, I want you to swing at me. But this close shot of Garo's face in this new transformation form, I love it. And one day I will break down Garo's transformation, so if you guys want to see that and me doing a explain video on every transformation of Garo, I would definitely do that. Design wise though, I think Garo has some of the best transformations in manga right now, and I would love to talk about his design aesthetics, because with this new form he looks like a giant fox. Garo then goes in for the punch after Saitama was mocking him. He punches him, smacks his head back, and Taro's face while this is happening just made me laugh. He has to look like, wow, this is so cool but scary at the same time. But his face quickly changed when he saw that Saitama was not fazed by that punch that Garo sent, with Saitama telling Taro that, don't worry, I will not get hurt. Saitama has now flipped the script and is now looking like the hero in Taro's eyes, even though Garo stated that he's going to flip the world and the outlook in Taro's eyes. In Taro's eyes, this is now in the battle of who's in the right, and the victor will determine that. Who is the true hero in his eyes at the end of the day? And the hero he should look up to, is it Saitama or is it Garo? And this is going to be a tough decision because we all know that Saitama does not lose. But no matter the outcome, Garo is trying to prove a point that he is a monster and that monsters can win. But since Taro doesn't see him as a villain, this is a battle between hero versus hero in his eyes. Because regardless, at the end of the day, Garo saved this kid's life 4 times. But I love how in response of Saitama getting punched by Garo and he sends Garo flying, I love how Saitama goes to Taro and asks him, you want me to stop him, right? And not kill him? And Taro nods yes, because he believes that Garo is pretending to be monster and believes that Saitama can be the one to save him. And the chapter ends off with Saitama confirming to Taro that that's what he's going to end up doing. So he's not going to fight to kill Garo, but he's going to fight to save him. Overall, I believe that this chapter was nothing but phenomenal. Because the real fight is about to start now. Saitama versus Garo in this potential final form state. And Garo is going to go all out, show new abilities. We already see that he can regenerate. And I can't wait to see what new techniques that he's going to show us. Even though he already perfected and mastered his form, there may be a new form that he can perfect in his fighting style. Especially fighting someone like Saitama, he can bring out his full potential if this is not the limit of his power. Because after breaking his arm, we see that he can regenerate, and even getting punched like that, he gets a new form. We know when Garo gets beaten, he continues to get stronger, he adapts, his fighting style changes, he gets faster. It's impressive the way that he adapts in his fights and he evolves as a fighter. So I can't wait to see how this fight is going to happen next chapter. If you guys want to see more content like this on the channel, let me know. Be sure to check out my other anime and manga content as well. You guys have an awesome life. Take care of yourselves. Stay blessed. And we're out.